a reason why you get stuck in a low vibration. And there's this cycle of repeating experiences where you feel the same, you're in a rut, you can't escape. There's a reason for that, and there's a way to get out of it. And that's what we're going to be discussing in this video today. Hey, my name's Dana. You can call me Day. I'm your spiritual manifestation, energy healing, intuition coach. If you're into knowing how to raise and elevate your frequency so you can heal and align the energy in your body and begin consciously manifesting reality, then make sure you subscribe to this channel. So the one important thing I really want us to take note of right now is that your body, your brain, how it functions, it loves patterns. It loves recognizing the known. And a lot of the time, what's going on within you and what you're choosing to focus and give your energy to is lowering your vibration. It may be a conversation you had with somebody. You might have picked up energy from somebody. You might have more capabilities than you're even aware that you do. You might be picking up other energies around you in your neighborhood. This is something that happens to me a lot. And if you're not practicing modalities that help you realign your energy and tune back into you, you can get lost in the shuffle and your vibration can get lowered from that. Truly, how often throughout your day are you checking in with yourself? And not just to say, how am I feeling, which is a great way to start. But let's dig deeper to why you are feeling the way you are. There's so many emotions you go throughout your day. A lot of us are on autopilot with a specific pattern of these. And a lot of them come from our relationships, our conversations, and a lot come from social media. The energy that you pick up from social media, like you're holding your phone, you don't think you're picking up energy, but there's so much energy going on with what you're watching and how it's fluctuating your vibration that is very important to be aware of what is happening within you with what you're watching. And if something constantly comes up and you're feeling shit because of it, please unfollow it or choose to have less of that on your feed. Like hide it or mute it. Do what you have to do, because if you're constantly in these states, your body's loving the fact that you're constantly in them. This is why anything with change is going to feel a little bit uncomfortable in the beginning stages, because your body freaks out that you're wanting to do something that's different than what's been going on. And so your low vibration, your negative emotion, if you're in this loop of it, or it's happening more often than you want it to, we have to identify your patterns of energy, your patterns of frequency. These patterns are what's now playing the stories in your mind, the conversations in your head, the conversations you're having with people. And then your emotion is depicting what action you take within your day. Maybe you're trying to quit something, but because this low negative vibration comes up and you just want to feel instant gratification in the moment, that you go and do that thing. It's rather than learning to identify what this negative emotion is truly meaning and begin to change your focus and change what you're placing your attention to so you can feel differently and maybe take a different outcome. Maybe you go for the walk instead of reverting to that thing you want to stop doing for that instant gratification. You're like, I'm going to go for a walk, clear my head. Maybe you feel you call a friend that you have really good conversations with and they uplift you and whatnot. This is the point of it all. Okay, so if every day you just wake up thinking about the same thing, talking about the same thing, looking at the same things on Instagram, and there's a part of your reality that you want to shift and change, it's not going to just happen by wishful thinking. And a lot of times our wishful thinking is coming from a low vibration. And there's nothing wrong with low vibrations. We actually need them. The law of polarity, what goes up must come down. We need negative to know a positive. We need that. The point of it is not having it be a cycled pattern within your energetic field. And then it keeps the people, the places, the experiences, the conversations, how you're feeling on autopilot in an emotion you don't really want to be in. That's where it becomes a problem. We don't want you being stuck there. I was stuck there from like 20 to like 30. For a good 10 years, I was stuck there. And then before that, I was just in and out. But being stuck there, you can expand and evolve a lot from that. Every horrible moment and shitty moment in my life was the hugest catalyst for growth and evolution, the change, the whole reason why I'm here. So recognize that you, okay, are so powerful beyond our capability to really understand. But what I need you to promise that you'll do from this point out is begin checking in multiple times a day with yourself and recognizing that your attention and focus may be on something that has been on autopilot for a very long time. And then I need you to ask yourself, do I still want to give my time, energy, and attention to this? Because I know this creates this kind of emotion in me, which means that's either a high frequency, low frequency, right? So it creates this frequency in me. And my outcome in my reality, what I'm experiencing, has been this. Now, do I really want that to stay the same? And if the answer is no, then this is what you're going to have to do to change it, is play the recognized game. How often throughout the day can you recognize you've gone into that automatic emotion? If you got to write it on your hand, if you have to put it as a picture and then put it on your screensaver of your phone, whatever you need to do, give yourself reminders throughout the day that allow you to check in with yourself. The relationship with yourself is the most important one, as it sets the tone for everything around us, what we experience, and our other relationships. So why not develop time to honor and get to know your relationship? Because this is what's going to help you heal on specific levels, raise your vibration, change your reality to what you desire it to be. Because we all have desires, but we have to fall in love with the process of this. Because if you keep looking at your reality for the evidence, for it being there right now, and you see it's not, you're instantly dropping and lowering your vibration, which is bad for your health, bad for your mental health, bad for your autopilot, because you're probably giving more momentum to that. This is probably one of your patterns that you have, is noticing what you want isn't there. Recognize that that's you doing that. That's your power. That's not your life. It's your experience in this life right now based on your attention and focus. So become good at getting and identifying your attention and focus. And you have every moment of every day to try that. So it's never too late. If you believe something isn't possible for you, or it's hard to do where you're at in your life, recognize that is a choice to believe that. And regardless how true it is because of your experience, it's going to be true to your experience because you believe it, because it's an active, energetic pattern within you that you're perceiving through, and it's reflecting back that experience. Recognize that. So liberating to know, okay, so I'm doing that and I'm choosing that. And maybe I didn't choose it initially. Maybe I picked it up or had an experience, and then that's the moment you allowed that energy, you allowed that frequency into your field. And then the more it came to you and you felt it, the more power and strength you gave to that within your field. And now the more power and strength that you have to that, it feels like it's really impossible to break that experience. It's strength. You gave it a lot of strength. You fed it muscle. You gave it life. But you can give other things muscle in life. This is the whole point. Let's give an example right now of how I would be that you can use in your own daily life if you're feeling low vibration, if you're feeling negative emotion. So you're sitting there, all of a sudden it hits you, you feel sad. Now these stories are playing in your head and you're feeling it. And hopefully you have some self-awareness. So at some point you recognize, I'm in this sadness, I'm in this low energy, I'm in this low vibration. And the second you notice it, I just want you to pause. And then think to yourself, wow, this is a pattern. This is happening more than just today. I'm familiar with this feeling. It's a familiar feeling to me. I may not like it, but I'm here often. Or maybe you're not. Maybe this is a new emotion coming over you. But like 9 out of 10 times, it's one of your patterns. And maybe that pattern hasn't surfaced for a while, but it's surfacing now. And regardless of what triggered it to surface now, I just want you to recognize that you no longer have to give the energy and the attention to it. Free yourself at that point. Free yourself from that moment and say, I don't need to feel this. What is a feeling that I'd like to feel? Use a memory, create one. What's an emotion I'd really like to feel? What does that feel like? And if you're in the vicinity, if you're not too low on the vibrational and frequency scale, you can find it. If it's not coming, that means you're really, really low and you either need to take a nap to reset or you need to find appreciation in something, because appreciation is like the cheat sheet of raising and getting you to a higher level, is looking at something that you can be in awe of. Whether you've seen a butterfly so beautiful just land on a flower, or you see a beautiful cloud in the sky that reminds you of something and then brings you out of that thought. So your work as a conscious creator is to check in, realize if it's not an frequency or energy you want to be in, aka the emotion you're feeling, then change your focus. Or you can whittle in it, waddle in it, sit there as long as you want. But that means you're giving it that extra muscle. You're giving it that life. And that's a choice at that point. And sometimes you just don't give a fuck. And you're there. And tomorrow's a new day. But that's it. Every moment is a new moment. Every day is a new day. To recognize, acknowledge, decipher, are we keeping or are we redirecting focus? If you can stick to that simple formula, you can be more in control of what happens in your life. You will be that conscious creator of your life. What makes this process easier is doing energy work. And this is why I created the Spirit Ascension course, so you could learn energy work. You could learn to utilize your spiritual gifts, heal your chakras, open up your mind's eye and use your third eye to create the reality around you. It's all there. This is what I spent the last 10 years of my life using and developing. And then in the last 2 years, I've put this into play and now created a course. And it's going to be released this month. It's going to be on the Udemy platform. It's a very well-known platform for courses. For more information, just make sure you visit the link below here. And if you have questions, you can always reach out to me personally. But this is the formula, is checking in, having the awareness, acknowledging it, and then deciphering if you want to keep giving life to this or if you want to give life to something else. And if you make that practice for the next 30 days, if you dedicate, I'm gonna put this formula to use, and for the next 30 days, I'm going to follow that. That's going to be my train of thought throughout the day. You'll see magic. unfold before your eyes before the end of those 30 days. You will begin shifting your energy. That's literally what you were doing there. You are shifting your energy field. So your energy field is built around what you create from within you. And how you create from within you is all about your emotions, how you talk to yourself, what you picture in your mind's eye. And we're naturally doing this on an unconscious level, but majority of us are doing it in a way that we're opposing, and we're on the opposite of what we really desire. And we picked up this from wherever, and now it's on a pattern on repeat, and then we play it. So notice that your brain or your body might not like the fact that you're now interrupting this automatic pattern, because again, like I mentioned before, your body loves the known. It loves what's familiar to it. Isn't that a blessing in disguise? For real though, like you are creating it. And so for a long time, sometimes, you might get in a rut or beat up on yourself of why I'm creating these things. But don't be hard on yourself, because while you're in those lower moments, there's this vibrational escrow account, vortex of your creations that are all vibrational, waiting for you to align with them, to bring them into your reality. Think what you want. But this is something that, Abraham Hicks has put in that concept in my mind, and I do believe to be true. There is a vibrational creation before it's physical. So this whole thing is that when you're lower and you're sad, or you're in those low vibration frequencies, the vibrational essence of your creation is expanding. You're creating more of what you do want from experiencing what you don't want. So don't beat up on yourself, because you are making an evolution of creation of what you do desire, but we just don't want to stay there too long. Staying there very long doesn't feel good. It just gives more energy and life to it, and then it's harder to escape that experience in reality, because we've made the muscle, we've fed it so much life that it feels a resistance to change to it, a very strong resistance. But that doesn't mean you can't change it. That just means you have to start feeding muscle, giving life to something else. Just like with anything, a lot of the things I overcame addictions on in my life, I replaced it with something. It was an easier way for me to get over the habit I was trying to kick, right? And so same thing with this. And when you start this and you start seeing things change because of it, you'll be like, wow. And now your belief system, you've given more life and muscle to that, which feels really good and actually amplifies your power to manifest things faster and easier. Because again, everything is a manifestation, but I'm talking about the conscious choice to say, I'm here right now and I want to be here. And so there's this vibrational gap that you have. And so we want to close the gap. And how do you close the gap? It's changing your frequency, changing the energy field around your body. And there's multiple ways to do that. What I found the most successful ways to do that was incorporating a specific type of meditation, was also learning to do the check-in and really make sure you're perceiving what you're choosing to, and realizing how that's making you feel. And then, do I really want to give more to this, or do I give to something else? Really learning to identify your perceptions of reality and pick and choose what works for you. And then to actually align the energy in your body and do physical energy work. Those ancient techniques that I train you on in the ascension process are phenomenal, and they absolutely work, and they've worked for millions of other people. They work for me. So it was like a no-brainer to include them in the spirit ascension process, because when your energy is aligned right, everything else comes easier. And then last but not least, using the power of your mind's eye, using the power of your brain. Your brain has brain waves that we can tap into that actually emit and enhance your natural healing capabilities and your creation through the visualization, through your imagination. Because again, your body will never know the difference between what you're visualizing and what actually happens. And it's time we use this to our advantage. So again, if you want more details on Spirit Ascension, make sure you visit the link below. If this video resonated with you today on a specific level or any level, make sure you like it, tell me about it in the comments. And if you have not yet subscribed, make sure you do, because every week, we're diving into how you can be a better conscious creator and elevate your frequency. Leverage your power, leverage your energy, elevate your vibration to work for you and attract to you what you're desiring. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.